can.
All right, we're picking up the YJ Escort Kit Part 2, and we're going to start working with Matt here, showing you the frame and showing how to do the next part, which is the booby hoops.
All right, here we go. We've already cut off your bump stop shock mount, and you can leave this on here. There's no reason to take that off. I'll generally kind of pound this up a little and in the end finish it off welding it. These are your plates that you'll get. I generally have found that trimming this one back and getting it to ride in a little here will help out. It might vary a little, but you know, and what you're looking for now is these guys tacked on, but tacked on in a place where this will end up attaching. And so you're kind of shooting for the center of both plates.
What Matt's going to do right now is he's going to show you how to do the setup, and he's going to tack them together. And we're
So I found this to be the easiest way. You want to make sure that this side is down facing the shock.
What size spacer is that, Matt?
So 1.5 inches seems to work out great. Now you can use washers, maybe a few bigger nuts you find around, anything like that. That's the width of your bushing up there. And then I've found, make sure that these are on here, they're facing down. And I just start on one side here. And I kind of just go for center, and I feel for that coping, that fish mouth on there, because they're both done the same. So if you just kind of find that right spot. Tack that guy. And get about the same on the other side. Now it'll make handling it a lot easier. Now this suspension is drooping. There's no motor or tranny in it, so we're not able to put like the weight I'd really like. Could ratchet strap it up, but no, I know about the right length anyway. But what we're going for is, so this one with the suspension hung, this shock's gonna look a little more straight up and down. We put motor and we put weight and everything on it. We're looking for like an inch and a half leaning back when the suspension. So if you do this on jack stands on the ground with the weight on it, you're gonna want that shock usually to cut somewhere in between your old shock mount. And you know, you wanna get it about as high as you can here. And what you're also looking for is, you can come back to this, but you're gonna want to be able to get your bolts out and not be against your fender well. And obviously you got a lot of room to move it around. You know, everyone's gonna be a little bit different, but I'll get this tacked up and then we'll go to this guy here because there's still plenty of movement here.
What Matt's doing right now is he's setting it up like if it had a shock, and he's tacking it to the plates so that he can remove all of it and weld it up and put it back on. Yep.
All right, to cause the least stress on the bushings, you're gonna want this bolt and your lower shock bolts parallel to each other. You don't want one all cattywampus to the other. And then when you like it, tack this guy on real well, all on here really well, then cut these two plates off the frame, weld it all up, and then we'll come back and clamp it on and finish welding.